Yo, what's good? Wave here. Wanted to give y'all a quick update about how I feel about streaming and gaming, my content creation, and what to expect from me next. So this is just a short update. I'm gonna start with streaming. So around like the start of June, I started back streaming on Twitch. I've been getting a lot of support, so I really appreciate that. I've been able to connect a lot more. That's kind of like the main reason I went back to Twitch. It's just easier to connect with people on that side. YouTube's cool, but, I don't really got to say too much about it. I could talk about that later. But Twitch is just better for streaming. I think me, myself, I'm a streamer more than a content creator, as y'all could probably tell. I stream way more hours than I put into making YouTube videos. And it's not that I don't like making YouTube videos, which I do. I just have the urge to stream more than create that type of content. That's just the person I am. So, with that being said, I think that's what y'all are really going to see from me. It's just me streaming. Yeah, y'all are just going to see me streaming more. And I'll see, the main thing with my content when it comes to that is making sure that if people don't know me or don't know what my streams are about, that they see things from my stream, and that makes them tune into my stream whenever I'm live. It's just like, it's like free promo, I guess. So I'll work on ways to do that, but for the most part, I don't see myself making a lot of YouTube videos. Of course, here and there, or maybe in the future, whenever I just have either the time to or it's like more worth it. I guess it's always worth it, but when it's worth it for me to not stream and instead do that, I don't know. Maybe it's always worth it. Maybe that's what I'm feeling. Who knows? But I just feel that I'm more of a streamer than a content creator. Like, if I had to make two extremes, if you have, I can't even think of somebody who just streams constantly all the time. I guess, like, if you say, like, a professional player, yeah, this is good because I can make this segue. But if you say, like, a professional player compared to, like, just a pure content creator. So somebody like, I say somebody like Zero. I only say that because I was just watching his stream. But somebody who only streams and they just started making YouTube videos. But it's not really, it's just chopped up from the stream. He's not going out his way making different ideas and shit like that. It's not like going on YouTube and looking up fucking Burno or somebody where they're actually making ideas to make content for the game. I guess those are two extremes. Like one mainly does content creation on YouTube and TikTok and stuff, and the other mainly just streams. Now he's like a pro, but it goes down to the reason of why you watch him. And I want to move on to that part. So, yeah. Finishing up before I move into the next part. Streaming. I like streaming way more than I like content creation. So I think I'm going to focus on the stream more than content creation. Yeah. I just like it more. All right. So, that being said, I'm going to move into the gaming before I really talk about content creation anymore. Because there's like a thing of like, why do you watch me and what I want to portray? Portray is the wrong word, but what I want to vocabulary failing me. Whenever you turn on my stream, what do you see? How do you feel? And how can I influence what you think and feel about me? There's probably a word for all of those words, but it is what it is. I'll learn this shit later. But me personally, when I look at gaming, I'm at a point where I could either just go do some other shit and I'll be okay, because I'm like the time and effort I put into gaming hasn't become crazy enough to be like, oh, if you step away now, it's like you put all this time in the gaming, so it doesn't feel like a waste of time, But if I really want to lock in and I lock in now, it's like, all right, like that's the path. It's like I'm kind of getting towards the fork in the road, and I can see it. I'm not there yet, but I can see it. I can sense it. Like I have the option to do one or the other. And me personally, I really want to get good at gaming. And I say gaming, but I really just mean Apex. I'm not going to hold. Y'all see me play Apex majority of the time. And over the past, like, month, I've been playing other games because it's been less enjoyable. But I've really been doing myself a disservice. Because I saw this fork in the road, even though I'm saying it now. Like, I made this realization probably about 4 to 5 months ago when I took my 1 month break. When I was streaming every day on YouTube. I took like a 1 month break after that. Like, I saw the fork in the road there. Even though I took a 1 month break. But I saw the fork in the road there. And I had made it up in my mind and I wanted to be good at Apex. So, just for me to, like, not be, like, really locked in on it is disingenuous. And, of course, you could say, yeah, you know, you realize that, not just go do it. Or you realize that and you work on it. But whenever you, like, make promises to yourself like that, and you really just focus on it and just, like, convince yourself, like, yeah, that's what you're going to do. And then things don't really work out like that, whether it be because of, like, past bad habits, whatever the case may be, life things going on. A lot of times life shit can just happen that pulls you away from the game. Just different responsibility shit like that. Or just overall life shit. Because you can't, like, at the end of the day, it's a video game. So, something happens in real life. Whether it be important, non-important, whether it be something as significant as a family emergency or people want you to go out and just have fun. It's just a video game. So, of course, like, real life shit can hold precedence unless you just say fuck it and just, like, become, like, somebody who doesn't do shit and just, like, becomes terminally online. All right, I'm kind of going in the wrong direction. But what I'm trying to get at is I let things pull me away from the game, and then other things just pull me away from the game too, or pull my focus away to the point where when I actually had time to play the game, I wasn't locked. It created, like, a spiral effect of where I felt like I wasn't improving. And I knew I wasn't improving. It was more of a plateau, or I was improving, but the progress was way too slow for what I thought it could have been. Because in my mind and what my ego would tell me is that you should be improving way faster than this, which I should. But what was happening in reality is I wasn't putting in the right amount of effort to satisfy what my ego would want me to do. And of course, it's like, yeah, your ego's your ego. It's going to want you to be like, yeah, you could be a prodigy. You can learn this shit in 6 months and be the best in the world. Like, you know, like, your ego just says shit like that. And that's understandable. And once you realize that, like, it's just your ego talking, it just doesn't seem that crazy. But I should still want the best for myself, because at the end of the day, like, your ego wanting you to do some crazy good shit is just wanting the best for yourself. At least in my case. Some people's egos be, like, kind of crazy, but my shit seems somewhat controllable. Because I can notice it, and I can notice when it says, like, when my ego is saying something crazy, like, yeah, like, you're just the best, you know, it's all about you, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's not all about you. You know, the world doesn't revolve around you, and you're probably not the best. There's probably going to be somebody that pops up better than you in 2 months from whenever you hit your peak, you know. So it's like, me understanding that, I'm able to control my ego. But nonetheless, whenever I don't achieve what my ego thinks I can achieve, it has a negative impact on my mental. Like actually terrible. And even when it gets to the case where I might take a couple days and just, like, not play the game or play a different game from Apex, it still kind of comes back to me. Because, like, in the back of my mind, like, I'm just eating away at myself because I know I'm not improving at Apex. Like, yesterday, I didn't even play Apex. I played Marvel Rivals and Paladins and RoboQuest. Like, even though I enjoyed my gaming experience yesterday, when I woke up this morning, I felt like shit. I felt terrible because I didn't play Apex yesterday. I woke up and started watching Zero. And then I started watching them play so good and the whole lobby be shit. And in my head, I'm like, bro, why can't I get good so I can actually get these niggas comp? See, that's like, I guess that's part ego too. Like, you know, because like everybody in the comp scene, like they put in a lot of effort, a lot of time and effort and energy. They're all good players. But in my head, I know I could compete with them too. But I can't compete with them now because I'm shit. See, this is where it gets very toxic. And also where I'll say, this is going to be a longer video than usual, but I have some gameplay in the background. But this is where it gets kind of, the toxic part of me comes out. I don't show this because I'm streaming a lot, and I don't like my stream to become a negative environment if I start letting my mind speak freely. But there's a lot of negative thoughts that happen in my brain, and the only things y'all hear is like, oh, I'm shit at the game or this or that. But it's actually like pretty bad, but it's very controllable because I know it's only in the sense of gaming. Like when I put the mouse and keyboard down and I go do something else, my mind is just such a great place, and my situation can be very shit, but overall my mind is very good. I'm an optimistic person. You know, I don't really got to explain it anymore. If y'all know me, the positive personality I have is very genuine. So it kind of carries on in the life. But when I play the game and I let my ego talk to me and I have an understanding of like potential I have just as a person, like understanding my strengths and weaknesses, knowing that I could actually be good at a video game, and like all that kind of combines, and then I understand where I'm at in the video game, like my mental gets very shit. And not shit in the sense of like I can't improve, but it's just not, it's not a happy-go-lucky environment. That's what I mean. So maybe I shouldn't call about mental shit, but I should say it isn't a happy environment. I'm not going to call it shit anymore. Yeah, it's not a happy environment. And if I find better words for that to describe it, then I will. But right now, we're just going to say it's not a happy environment. But I think I do a decent job of making sure that isn't shown on stream, but it still happens in my head. Even when I'm doing great, there's always something. It might not be as loud as whenever I'm playing poorly. But if I'm playing good, I still recognize when bullshit happens. Or I'm like, oh, I'm playing good now, but I didn't play good like this yesterday. You know, shit like that. Maybe people experience this all the time. Maybe people don't. Who knows? This is just what I experience on a day-to-day whenever I play Apex. And whenever I play other games too, I still think about Apex. So it kind of just always lingers. It's like I don't want to say it's like a cloud, but I guess it's like a cloud. Sometimes it's raining. Sometimes it's just up there with the sun and shit like that. It's cool. It's calm. And part of me, I don't know if I should like really dispel that or not, but I'm okay with it being there as long as I understand that it's there to improve me. Then I don't really care. That shit don't matter. I'm not really worried about that shit. I'm not going to tell myself it's okay when I'm just not good at the game. That shit makes me feel bad. That shit makes my hair hurt. That shit makes me want to pull my hair out and do unimaginable things and so on and so forth. Like worst thoughts you could ever think of, that's how it feels. That's the type of negativity that's in my brain that kind of just, it fuels me to like actually do shit. Like whenever I wake up and I'm like, damn, I'm bad at Apex. That shit doesn't feel good. It's not supposed to feel good. And I can't run away from those feelings. Like, I actually can't. Like, if I just stop playing the game and never play again, I'm going to always think about this shit for the rest of my life whenever I see a video game. Anything that has to do with competition, I'm going to think about that shit. Just like how I think about fucking me failing in basketball. And shit like that. Every time I pick up a basketball, I might get better at suppressing this shit, but at some point in that session, I'm gonna think about how I could have been really good at basketball, but I didn't put the effort into it. Didn't put enough effort into it. So that kind of carries over. But wrapping it all up with the gaming, I want to get good at Apex. And by good, I mean professional level. And I understand things could happen to where I don't actually like make pro league and go to LAN and shit. But that's the goal, you know, is to get to that level of skill. And a way to know that I can get to that level of skill is by competing. At least proving myself. So if I don't make it to LAN or whatever, that's okay. But as long as I can compete and know that I'm at a skill level where that makes me feel like I can compete, then I don't know. We'll see. I'm too far from that to know what make me feel like, okay, I completed my goal. Maybe that's just a goal that never be achieved, and that's just a bad goal. Like, it's just one of those goals that's always moving because you can't quantify it. There's nothing to quantify it for. There's no benchmark on that. Like, what is professional level? There's people in pro league now that shouldn't be pros. You know, shit like that. I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. I haven't really locked in on what that goal is or the comprehension of that goal. But I want to get to a level where I can compete for real. I don't know what that looks like. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's my goal with gaming, though. It's really directly Apex Legends. I said it because I didn't play it yesterday, and I woke up and I really felt some type of way about it because I had a lot of time to play yesterday, but I spent it playing everything but Apex. I'm not doing that again, ever again. So all my people watching it are in my streams all the time. If you're not in my streams all the time and you're still watching this, you might as well just like tap in because I've been talking for 16, 17 minutes. So just tap into my stream. But I'm going to be playing Apex exclusively. It's only going to revolve around Apex. I'm about to tunnel in. Cutting all the extra fat out of my life. And I'm only doing Apex. And I just improve on it. I know how to stop myself from spiraling. Fuck! I've been talking for a while. I know how to stop myself from spiraling. I know when to acknowledge that I've started spiraling. So the improvement will come a lot better. I just have to be very, very, very aware of my emotions and my feelings. That's why I'm talking now, because I need y'all to know how I feel and think. So y'all just know, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people won't watch this because it's just me talking and gameplay in the background, but it's just, you know, it's just there. It's there. So if niggas ask me, I'll be able to, like, link to this video. And with that, we're going to go back to the point of content creation. So when it comes to gaming and content creation, I see it in a couple of ways. When I started watching pros in Apex, one of the first pros I watched and gravitated towards was Sweet Dreams. Sweet Dreams, Imperial Hal. Zero didn't really stream that much, so I didn't watch him. I just knew he was good. He was always winning. But those are like the main three that I look towards. Now it's just Zero and Sweet. In like an occasion, like a random, like then different random M&K pros because I like watching them. But right now it's just Zero and Sweet. So Sweet said something a long time ago that always stuck with me. And he was playing ranked. This was when rank was like peak. This was when the game was like thriving. But somebody was in his chat asking him, like, should he start streaming? You know, this and that. And he told him, he was like, I'm gonna be real. Like, if you're not good at the game and you're streaming, like, it's not gonna go well unless you're just, like, I don't even think he said anything else. I think he was just like, yeah, I don't think people should stream unless they're good at the game. And of course that's not true, because you could always make content creation and you don't have to be good at the game to not make content and be like successful streaming or just content creation. But when he said that kind of stuck with me. I was like, okay, I need to like actually get good at this shit. And to double down on his point, I think he's right. when it comes to like hyper competitive games, unless you're somebody who could just make content out the ass. Fuck, bro. Fuck. Did I get a call? Okay. The call didn't stop the recording. But if you're somebody who just can make content out the ass, say you're somebody like the gaming merchant or somebody like that. Like, you can make all types of content around the game, but you yourself aren't like extremely cracked. You know, just for him playing a lot, he's good, but he's not somebody you look to for gameplay. He's not like Fade, you know. He's not like Fade or Ace or like Timmy, you know what I'm saying? He's not somebody like that. He's just like, you know, somebody who plays the game a lot. You know. So he can make content and be successful because he's just a good content creator. He's actually a content creator, you know. But I don't see people tapping into his streams. I'm just being real. Maybe people do, but from how I think about things, I wouldn't really tap into his stream. But I watch his videos though, because, you know, his videos are very either informational or they could sometimes be funny or they're just good ideas behind it. So that's just an avenue. That's just an avenue to like thrive in Apex. It's either like that or you're just good at the game, and then it kind of goes into how you're good. Are you good off movement? Are you good off aiming? Or do you just win a lot? You know, shit like that. And thinking about what Sweet said and thinking about how I am, I don't have like a brain to be like, all right, I'm doing this challenge or, you know, this and that. I'm not extremely funny like somebody like Service or somebody. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know. But like, that's just a funny guy. He's just funny as fuck. And just he makes content, he trolls, you know, all this shit. But I'm also not where I need to be skill-wise to just drop fucking montages like Doki and shit like that, you know? So I'm just in like a middle ground of like, not failure, but like I won't be able to succeed with content. So that's kind of why I put my content on the back burner, because I know I'm not where I need to be at. And I'm also shooting myself in the fucking foot by going and playing different games. Because I go and play different games, and it's like, yeah, I have good aim now because I'm almost at that 400-hour mark on Kovacs. So it's just starting to show itself. Like, I can go play Marvel Rivals and play Hilla and hit some good shots. But from a gaming perspective, I'm just not fucking far. So it's like I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot by not locking in and being good at one game and going from there. I think this is a point where I just specialize in the area and make my lane. Like, yeah, I'm really fucking good at Apex to the point where I could compete in a pro scene, whether it be tier 1 or tier 2. You know what I'm saying? That also goes on to the point, I think my goal is to be like a tier 1 player. Tier 1, high tier 2. I'll be cool with that. But, and then, like, of course, the goal is to, like, win and shit. But, you know, like, if it's all said and done and niggas is like, yeah, he was a tier 1 player, I'll be okay with that. Because I know sometimes you just can't win them all. But, you know, that's just a side note. But I just think, like, if I set myself apart by being really fucking good at Apex, then whenever I translate over to different games, it'll be different than just me playing Apex and playing this and playing that. Because everybody do that shit. Everybody just go play the game. And I feel with everybody who do that shit. But it's like, you know, I'm trying to, like, really stand out. And I don't see myself standing out by bouncing around on different games and being mediocre at them all. Or not even mediocre, but just, because that's just me being hard on myself. I know I'm better than average in almost every game I play. But I just want to be really good at something, man. And me bouncing around in different games makes me feel like I can't do that. And it's like, yeah, I could be really good at video games in the grand scheme of, like life. But that's not enough for me. I need to really be good at this one game And then after that, we could look at playing different games and being great. You know what I'm saying? But I really need to lock in. And I haven't been locking in. This is kind of bringing it all together. I haven't been locking in. I've been locking in sort of in different aspects of it, but not as a whole. It's like I'm 60% locked, so that means I'm not locked in. And if you don't get that, then it is what it is. Just know I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really locked like I should be. So, this is me saying that I'm going to be doing my way of playing Apex, getting really good at Apex. You know, I probably won't be playing other games unless something really happens. Like, Marvel Rivals is cool. I've played it. I've experienced it. I'm not sure if I'll play it again. I might, just because, like, I have friends that play it. But I won't be playing it all day like I did yesterday. With other games y'all want to see me play, y'all just have to bear with me, man. I like playing other games, but whenever I wake up and I understand that I didn't put every waking hour into playing Apex, it does something to me. Y'all just have to understand that. And I can't keep running away from these feelings or telling myself it's okay. Or I just won't be shit ever. I won't be shit ever. Maybe this is me just telling myself to lock in, and I'm just telling y'all to, but it's just like, bro, I gotta lock it in, man. I have to lock it in. This is like the main point. This is the main vocal point that I'm trying to get across to y'all. This is how I've been feeling for the past 2 months in different areas of things. This is like the culmination of it all. Like, I just have to lock it in, bro. I'm tired of being ass. It has to stop. It has to stop at some point. I'm stopping it now. I want to be able to look back and be like, yeah, I actually, like, turned shit around before it got too late. Because shit gonna get rough. If I'm still fucking in Diamond by next season, like, bro, I'm going to lose my mind. I've been in Diamond for the past year. Almost 2 years. In fucking January, it'll be 2 years since I've hit Diamond. Like, what am I doing myself? Nothing. I'm not doing shit. I'm ass. Niggas still fuck with me, but it would be different if I was good. Like, bro, like, I know I got a good personality, but shit, I'm shit at the game. Simple. I got to get better, man. Like, what? I'm fucking ass. This is what I'm trying to get across to y'all. This shit pisses me off that I'm so ass at the game. That's what I'm trying to say. And I have this feeling, these small outbursts happen throughout the day. It just irritates me. And it's like, yeah, if this shit really bothers you, don't play the game. I can stop playing the game. I know I can stop playing the game. But I made a promise to myself that I would be good at this. And it's like, because I'm not following through, I'm paying for it with my mental. So I'm actually just, like, locking in before it gets too late. And that's kind of it. So what should y'all expect from me? Expect Apex streams. Expect me looking at VODs. Expect me to be grinding mechanics. Expect me to be starting to play scrims whenever I get my life to a point where I can play scrims consistently day in and day out every day. That's kind of it. Like, it's nothing else outside of that. That's kind of it. Now, when will I be playing scrims and shit? I don't know. It's a lot of shit I got to fix in my life before I'm able to, like, commit to scrims for real, for real. I just don't know when I'll be able to, like, do that. To clear my mental enough to do that. But just know that's the path I'm on. That's the path I'm taking. Like, I was already taking it, but I was half in, half out. But me making this video is me saying that shit. Even though I was just damn near talking in circles and figure eights and shit for the past 30 minutes. But that's just how I see it. That's what I'm doing. So, yeah, that's it. I'm done. Fuck it. I'm fucking ass the game. But I won't be ass later. That's the whole point. That's it. Could have said that in 2 minutes. Could have said that in 30 seconds. I'm asked the game, but I'm not going to be asked later. That's kind of it.